LeAnn Rimes is mourning deeply after the heartbreaking death of her young 911 Nashville co-star, Isabelle Tate, who passed away at just 23 years old. The country singer and actress, known for her warmth and compassion both on and off screen, was visibly shaken when the news broke that Tate had died peacefully on October 19th, after living courageously with a rare form of Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease. The loss struck close to home for Rimes, who had grown fond of Tate during the filming of the new spin-off series, and had often spoken about the inspiration she found in her young co-star's strength and spirit. According to those close to the set, LeAnn had been among the first to reach out privately to Tate's family, sending flowers and a handwritten letter expressing her sorrow and admiration for Isabelle's grace through adversity. She later took to Instagram to share a heartfelt tribute, calling Tate a bright, fearless soul who shone with light far greater than her years. In the post, LeAnn shared a black-and-white behind-the-scenes photo of the two laughing between takes, writing, "You taught us all how to love, harder, live fuller, and face life's hardest moments with beauty and courage. I will never forget your smile, Izzy. Rest in peace, Angel." LeAnn Rimes has long been known for her emotional openness, and this loss appeared to cut deeply. Friends of the singer described how she broke down in tears upon learning of Tate's passing, having kept in touch with her even after production wrapped. On set, LeAnn had reportedly taken on a mentor-like role for Isabelle, who had been ecstatic to land her first major television part despite her health challenges. Cast members said that Rimes and Tate bonded over music, spirituality, and the desire to tell authentic stories that reflected real human experiences. During their time filming 911 Nashville, LeAnn often went out of her way to ensure Isabelle felt comfortable and included, especially during long shooting days. Tate's rare form of Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, which affects the peripheral nerves and can cause muscle weakness and loss of mobility, meant that she required additional support on set. LeAnn, being a seasoned performer with decades in the industry, worked closely with producers to make sure accessibility was prioritized, and that Tate's character was portrayed respectfully, not defined by her disability. She would often call Tate a warrior in heels, a nickname that the younger actress adored. In her emotional tribute, Rimes reflected on the short but meaningful bond they shared. She wrote that Isabelle had a glow that couldn't be dimmed, no matter what her body was going through. She faced every challenge with humor and grace, and she carried herself with a quiet confidence that lifted everyone around her. LeAnn's words resonated with fans, who flooded the comments with messages of love and condolences. Many praised Rimes for her compassion and for honoring Isabelle's legacy in such a heartfelt way. Sources close to LeAnn shared that she has been deeply reflective since Tate's death, taking time away from some upcoming appearances to process the loss. Those who know her say she's been journaling, lighting candles, and spending quiet evenings with her husband, Eddie Cibrian, talking about life, legacy, and the fragility of time. LeAnn felt a maternal protectiveness toward Isabelle, said one insider. She saw so much promise in her and admired how she turned her challenges into strength. Losing her so suddenly has left a mark. In a follow-up statement shared through her representative, Rimes expressed her condolences to Isabelle's family, saying, "My heart aches for her, parents, for the people who loved her most, and for the fans who will never get to see just how brightly she could have shone." Isabelle reminded all of us that our limitations don't define us. Our love does. She was a gift to this world, and it feels emptier without her. The message captured what many around her felt, a profound sense of loss for a young woman who had only just begun to share her gifts with the world. LeAnn's mourning extended beyond words. During a private candlelight memorial organized by members of the 911 Nashville cast, she reportedly sang an acoustic rendition of "Borrowed," one of her most emotional ballads, dedicating it to Isabelle. The room was said to fall silent as Rhymes' voice trembled through the lyrics about love, loss, and the fleeting nature of life. Witnesses described the performance as haunting and deeply moving, with tears streaming down the faces of cast and crew who had come together to grieve. "It was like the song was written for Izzy," said one attendee. "LeAnn could barely finish it, but she wanted to do it for her." Rhymes's tribute struck a chord not just with fans of the show, but with many in the entertainment industry who admired Isabelle's determination to pursue acting despite her illness. LeAnn joined others in advocating for greater visibility and inclusion for disabled performers, echoing Tate's own mission to represent people with disabilities authentically on screen. She emphasized that Isabelle's legacy should continue to inspire opportunities for others facing similar challenges. "She was proof that courage and creativity can live in anybody," Rhymes said. "If there's one way we can honor her, it's by opening more doors for those like her." The loss of someone so young and full of promise reminded LeAnn of her own journey through the highs and lows of fame. She reflected publicly on how fame can feel fragile, and how important it is to cherish every moment. "I've been in this business for nearly 3 decades, she shared, and Isabelle reminded me why I fell in love with storytelling in the first place. Her authenticity, her honesty, it's what art is all about. I will carry her spirit with me every time I step on set." Behind the scenes, Rhymes has stayed in touch with the producers of 911 Nashville as they prepare to honor Isabelle in an upcoming episode. The show reportedly plans to dedicate a scene to her memory, possibly using footage from her first and only episode to celebrate her contribution. LeAnn has been closely involved in shaping that tribute, wanting it to be tender and respectful. "She doesn't want it to be about sadness," said a source. "She wants it to be about celebrating a young woman who defied the odds and made it to the screen with dignity and fire." Even as LeAnn processes the grief, she's using her platform to bring awareness to Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, the condition that Tate lived with so courageously. In a recent post, she shared links to foundations that support research and advocacy for people affected by the disease. She urged her fans to learn more about rare neurological conditions and to support inclusive casting and accessibility in Hollywood. "We can't let stories like Isabelle's fade," she wrote. "Her fight should mean something. Her life should change lives." In the days following Tate's death, Rhymes's social media feed became a collage of memories and tributes, photos of their time together, snapshots of Tate smiling on set, and glimpses of the bond they shared. Fans were touched to see LeAnn so vulnerable, speaking from her heart rather than from a place of celebrity. One post read simply, "I miss you, sweet girl. You taught me so much in such a short time. I hope you're free now, dancing, laughing, and shining brighter than ever." As LeAnn continues to mourn, her words echo the universal pain of losing someone far too young. Those close to her say she has been praying daily for Tate's family, who requested privacy as they process the loss. "LeAnn's heart is huge," said one friend. "She feels things deeply, especially when it comes to people she loves." Isabelle was one of those rare souls who touched her. In private moments, LeAnn has reportedly been revisiting footage from the 911 Nashville set, behind-the-scenes clips where Isabelle is laughing, cracking jokes, and lifting everyone's spirits. "She had this way of reminding people that life is precious," LeAnn told a colleague. "Even when she was struggling physically, she was full of joy. Those memories," she said, "are what she will hold on to." For LeAnn Rhymes, Isabelle Tate's death is not just the loss of a co-star. It's the loss of a friend, a light, and a reminder of the power of resilience. In her own words, LeAnn summed it up best. "Isabelle may have left us far too soon, but she showed us what real strength looks like. She taught us that beauty isn't about perfection. It's about presence, grace, and the courage to keep going. That's how I'll remember her, always." As tributes continue to pour in, LeAnn's voice remains one of the most heartfelt and resonant. Her ability to turn grief into grace has long defined her artistry. And this loss has reminded her fans and the world that even in mourning, there can be love, healing, and hope. Isabelle Tate's time on Earth may have been brief, but through LeAnn's words and music, her spirit will live on, celebrated by those who knew her, and those who will come to know her through the stories she inspired.